Go on then, Tom. You're itching too, aren't you?
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to Tottenham Tantrum Gold, your home, your classic games, classic content, and classic debate. This morning, we're going to say what went wrong, and I think everything. But anyway, that's for later in the show. This morning, I'm joined by my two usual co-hosts. Down below is the man who serves the best coffee in London. He is my mate. He is everyone's best friend. He does the best coffee show on YouTube. It's Ben, the Coffee Man. Kaufman. How are you this morning, Ben?
I'm dejected this morning. It was a bad evening, but we move on. We've got to pick ourselves up.
Yes, we do. And next to me, well, this man needs no introduction the world over. He really doesn't. He is everyone's best friend. He is one of the nicest men on YouTube. He is a proper gentleman. And this show would be nothing without him. It's my mate, it's your mate, it's Cougar99. How are you this morning, Cougar?
Sparkling. I'm energised by that fantastic performance last night. It was everything I could have hoped for, except for I was on the Spurs side of it.
Yeah. And also, he's very sarcastic as well. So that's...
No.
Never.
Never. Oh, Lord God. Very quickly, before we go to the comments, Cove, what did you think of the performance last night?
Performance, is that what you'd call it?
Wouldn't call it that.
We were second best all over the pitch to a man. Very few players could hold their head up high. Hugo Lloris was one. I think Romero was okay. Not brilliant, but okay. He was the only one that looked like a defender out of the back three. We had one wing back, which was Reggie. Harry Kane did well when he was dropping back. He was always, everything we did going forward always came through him. Sonny was okay. Other than that, it was waiting for the subs to come on. Bentancur did really well when he came on. He looked like a player. We suddenly had a midfield. I don't know, get into specifics on certain players a little bit later, perhaps, but some of them were so shocking. I've got no hesitation in saying they need to be out of the club.
Yeah, no, I really agree. We will get to Ben's thoughts once he comes back. Should we get through some of these comments? Because I hit him.
One quick thing I will say, though, is Southampton were fantastic as well.
Yeah, they were.
Something that we do regularly as a fan base, totally underestimate opposition. Southampton are a team that are capable of turning over the team at the top of the table. They're also the team that can lose to the bottom of the table. Depends who turns up. Unfortunately, we got the former last night, and they outplayed us.
Yeah,
totally.
They've been on a good little run recently, Southampton, haven't they? They sort of dragged themselves out of trouble, really. So I can't see them going down at all, actually. But no, I agree with you. Southampton, they seemed they were hungry for it. They seemed they wanted it more. They seemed
We know with certain teams like Southampton, Leeds as well, Liverpool, Man City, pressing is ferocious. We're terrible playing against that usually. There was no surprises what they did. The real surprise for me is we didn't try and match it. We weren't pressing at all. They just had acres of space all the time. When you know Ward-Prowse is that good at delivering a ball and you give him so much time and time again, he looks world class if you're going to give him that kind of space. It's ridiculous. I can't believe this is it's nothing to do with formation. It's nothing to do with tactics. I can't believe Conte would have had a tactic of don't press. It's down to the players. They're lackluster. It's like they couldn't match up. Some of them looked like they were completely unfit as well. I mean, Ben was mentioning it earlier. Lucas, he looked like he was struggling with an injury. He's doing nothing.
I mean, for everyone that's blaming Conte last night, the comments I've seen that they're deluded. That was not Conte's fault last night. No shape, no form. He picked a system that them players normally play well in, and last night they just didn't turn up. None of them. I thought Walter Peters had a great game for Southampton as well.
Yeah. Well, when we did that swap deal, I thought it was a bad move.
Yeah, it really was.
I mean, I know there's people with great fans of Højbjerg, but I'm not one, unfortunately. Sorry, Ellie. I just don't rate him.
I was disappointed last night with them too, Coop. I mean, I'm his biggest fan. You know that. You know I defend him most when I can. But last night he was diabolical.
He was just punting out the pitch mindlessly, time and time again. It was no surprise when he came off.
No.
I mean, Winks alongside him, it didn't have a great game. He was overrun as well. But he was at least able to put his foot on the ball a little bit, even if what he did with it was sideways and backwards and very uninspiring. It was better than Højbjerg constantly giving the ball away for no reason. And Winks actually improved when Bentancur came on in the second half.
I think Winks had a bad game anyway. I think Winks was terrible anyway. I think the only decent play on the pitch for me was Romero. I thought Harry Kane was sort of in and out. Stevie B was useless when he came on. Well offside.
Time, did he?
No. I just feel last night it was horrible. It really was a horrible performance. And I feel sorry for the fans that were there. I feel sorry for all them fans that paid that money. They should be refunded for that performance. Anyway, let's get through some of these comments here, Kauffie, and then if Ben's back, Bob, we definitely will be, because I actually want to go through your ratings actually of the teams this morning, of the Tottenham team last night, get your player rating.
I think mine will be a bit more generous than yours will, except for on certain players.
Yeah, I think you might be correct there. Right, here we go. We've got Mr. Wembley one.
Wembley, morning, mate. Morning, guys. Well, that was certainly a reality check last night, wasn't it? Sadly, we have far too players with top 4 pedigree to be a top 4 team. We do indeed.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Atrakran again saying we had a better hope that there is something to these rumours of new investment, because otherwise, by the time Enoch gets around to finally filling or replacing all the holes in this squad, Kane and Son will be OAPs.
Yeah,
sad but true.
It is. What do you think of this, Coop? I mean, do you think Kane won't be happy with that? Will he? Do you think he's happy at the moment? He says he is. Or do you believe him?
He'll be happy when he starts seeing some quality players coming in through the door. Nothing happening. So, well, I mean, Bentancur looks the part. Kulishevsky, unknown quantity at this point. He hasn't exactly landed. He's not exactly landed running on his feet, has he?
No.
It might take a while. He might not even get there. You can't tell. All new signings are a risk. But, he's not on fire yet. That's for sure.
I thought he did all right when he came on last night. Actually,
little flashes that he can do something, but he really didn't affect the game much, did he?
No, he didn't. I have to give you that. I have to give you that there. Derek Hutchinson.
Morning, mate. Good of you to join us again.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't know what the hell was last night. Total rubbish. Ward-Prowse showed his class. Just what we need in our team. Well, He's going to be. Ward-Prowse will be one of the best players on earth if you give him that much time every game. With the way Højbjerg was playing, I wonder why we didn't just sit him on Ward-Prowse all game. Just spoil his game, because Højbjerg was doing nothing for us. Would have been.
That is very true.
You don't often do that kind of tactic. It's usually for like absolute world-class players, but needed it last night. We're just giving it away. Do you want me to do the go through the comments?
No, I'm okay. I'm here now. Right. There you go. Sorry.
Kev Williams, morning, mate. He said fuming after last night's pathetic performance. Yeah, home performance. There's no getting around it. It was pathetic.
It was.
A few players could hold their heads high, but not many. Ellie also
Good morning, Ellie.
Ben, I need your soothing music. I need your great personality to cheer me up, and a lovely cup of coffee, please. That was shocking last night. Deary me. Blooming tragic. It was, Ellie.
It was, Ellie.
Yeah, it was.
Nicholas
back.
Good of you to join us again, mate. Morning all. I slept terribly. That's what our team does to us. It is. Yes, it really is.
Yeah, it is.
It was Phil sent me a little meme this morning, and it was some WWE wrestler in
the two people.
Yeah, I forgot who the wrestler was in the foreground.
Yeah.
Somebody I don't know, Seth Rollins or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he said, and he was like smiling, and he said, what me trying to enjoy my day, and then behind him there
Oh,
was
it was the Undertaker.
With
Not it was the Undertaker. And AJ Styles.
Yeah. I was AJ Styles, was it? Okay, right, gotcha. But yeah, that made me laugh, I must admit.
Yeah, it did. He sent me a lovely picture last night of the Northern Lights last night, which really cheered me up.
Phil doesn't like me. He sends me none of these pictures.
And jealous as well. And jealous at the same time too, because Phil knows my something on my tick box is to go and see the Northern Lights. I've always wanted to go and do that. I'd love to see them one day.
Ireland, can't you? Apparently.
Yeah, we can. For certain parts of Ireland, you can actually.
And it looks like Phil, he sent me a video this morning, him going to see a lovely geezer, Dave, I think his name was. They had a pint. Boom, boom. I'll leave now.
Boom. Yeah.
A bit like Spurs midfield last night. Kev Williams is saying he's in a foul mood today. It's a proper downer. I was up at 5 a.m, couldn't get to sleep for hours as a result of being so wound up and deflated. I know what you mean, mate. Thinking about it, I was pacing around at 5 a.m. as well. So angry fridge raid and put on something to try and make me laugh a bit. So I replayed the match. I mean, there's bollocks performances and there's that. If it was an away game, you'd say, "Oh, really bad day." When you do it at home, it's just impossible to take it.
It wasn't like the crowd was up for it as well. They just didn't perform.
Yeah. Kev Williams, only one answer. We have put in a performance versus Wolves.
They're better. Performance then.
They bloody better. I am telling you. I'm going to that. They bloody better. If not, they will hear my wrath.
If we play the same way, we're going to get turned over. Simple as that. Wolves have got players that can dictate the game from midfield as well.
Yeah, well, if they do that, Kauffie, you'll be seeing an Irishman going on with these Irish flags, saying a few words up to something on them. I think you know what I mean by that.
Is there any other kind of Irishman?
Oh yeah, there's a few of us coming over. So then team, we're like the Wrath of Khan. We're coming for you. They text me. But I should have them.
Anyway, let's bring up the next one. Wayne Bonner, morning, mate. Morning, Wayne. He says that should have been a 3-5-2 formation last night. 4 goals to concede. I don't think it would have mattered what the formation was. We weren't pressing them. It doesn't matter what you put down on paper. If you're not going to press the opposition, you're going to give a player like Ward-Prowse time on the ball. You're going to get punished. It was stupidity. I thought. I can't believe Conte would have said not to press. I mean, it was madness if so. Ellie saying Ward-Prowse to Spurs, please. In the summer, the guy is like Ericsson, a genius. He showed us exactly what we're lacking in our team: a baller who can pinpoint crosses.
That man, James Ward-Prowse is an £80 million football player in my book.
Yeah,
he guarantees you.
Well, we make him look like a £200 million footballer.
He's an unbelievable footballer. I mean, I'm surprised no one hasn't tried for that. Liverpool haven't tried for that. Liverpool bought the rest of their team. Might as well buy him as well. He's an unbelievable footballer.
Apologies to anybody watching in case they got a shot of Dermot's cleavage.
Oh shit! Sorry, I forgot to put the camera on. Oh no, I'm so embarrassed.
I don't think it did actually. It's all right. Would have clipped that.
That would have been clipped on YouTube if Cody Mack was watching.
Right, Kev Williams saying we never got started at all. No. Correct, we didn't. The only time we started picking up is when Bentancur came on. He looked quality. Totally changed the style of the whole team. Directing players about. There was a bit of drive, enthusiasm about, a bit of authority, and he was proactive. He wasn't waiting for things to happen. That's something I wanted to get into. The amount of players that were being proactive last night was shocking. There was Romero, there was Kane. In the first half, I think that was it.
Yeah.
Everybody else was waiting for something to happen, and there was just
nothing. What was the only positive in that Bentancur looks a player?
Yeah.
It's the only positive of the game.
And Hugo still got it.
Yeah. I have to admit the commentary was very. I found the commentator on BT Sport last night good because he used to do boxing on Sky Sports, so he's always enthusiastic.
I'll tend not to watch it with a commentary, I must admit.
Well, I had my own commentary saying this person's shit, this person's shit, I hate you, get out my club. That was my commentary.
Flying utensils and a lot of
I
bombs going on.
I cannot wait to sit next to you Sunday, Ben, to hear your commentary. It's going to be class.
My dad saying Winks is useless. Southampton has a bunch of this, that. It was a great commentary. Better than Sky.
Yeah. Bonner here saying, as far as I'm concerned, the better team won last night. Their hunger and desire was stronger than ours. Very disappointing.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely bang on.
And it's very concerning we're seeing this. We thought under Conte we'd never see that sort of performance again. But I don't think Conte will be quick enough to stamp it out, though. He will get them in for double training or triple training. He won't.
Unfortunately, I think this highlights why our transfer window was a bit of a failure.
Yeah.
Because we needed a lot more coming in than we got.
Exactly.
We still have the likes of Davis, Sanchez. I mean, I can't. Emerson.
On to Davis. How can a football player not wear the right set of boots for rain? We shouldn't be slipping over. I can understand if it's waterlogged or it's like coming down like a how in the game when it's windy. It was standing straight and he fell over.
I can forgive him for slipping, but he was just being run ragged all game anyway. He just looked totally out of his depth.
Which you can blame on Reggie and on Winks for not protecting him.
They've even started me drinking in the morning. That's how bad it is.
I kind of thought Reguilon was okay. He was lacking in a few places. Winks offers nothing though. No. Defensively, no, forget it. You need to be on top for Winks to be performing at all. So he can get the ball moving with a bit of intent. But he didn't even do that. He was just overrun.
We've got a lot of comments to get through.
We have.
Well, we lost. People are angry. You always get more going when they're angry.
And we will be also. I want to get your guys' player ratings as well. Go through the team and just give each of you your player ratings and see what you think, because it's going to be very interesting.
Let's hack through a few of these comments then, because
Celery Agent,
big up, mate. Therapy time.
It is.
Yeah,
that could last all day. We need to get straight over to Ben's channel, I think.
Yeah.
Ellie saying, Kuva, a great Spurs fan, sarcasm becomes you. Cheers, Ellie.
Oh, that's very nice.
Love you to bits, but I haven't got a lot to say about your hero today, unfortunately. I think even you would realise he had a bit of a shocker last night. Kev Williams, feeling like crap about Spurs today. We all are, mate. Out of Akron saying, in the end, Romero was running around trying to put out fires all around the rest of the defence. He was. It's the only one that looked like a defender.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Ellie saying there were some positives, especially Benny. But Kulu, he's not match fit, and that was plainly evident.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. He's on it. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Kev Williams saying Southampton lost 1 in their last 8.
They're a very good team.
When we played them at their place, they were battering us until they got this player sent off, and even then we couldn't break them down. They're just better organised than we are, and playing as a unit. This is that old conversation that Alex Davis was getting smashed around for as well when he said Brighton are a better team. I know what he was saying. It's not that they have better players. It's just that they're a more coherent unit for what they've got. At the end of the day, we beat them because our players are a better standard. But as for playing as a team, we don't. We're very fractured.
Yeah. We are. I just don't understand. It's really frustrating.
Takes time.
Yeah.
Get the right players in and start. They'll start drawing it together.
Yeah.
But Conte can't do that overnight.
No, he can't. Good morning, Super Tottenham.
Morning, mate.
He says, good morning, guys.
Kev saying, why is Winks getting game time? He's poor. He is poor, but I thought he was actually a little bit better than Højbjerg was last night. Winks did nothing of any real note, but he didn't give the ball away so much. Højbjerg was just punting it down the middle, mindlessly, all half. Wasn't surprised in the slightest he got hauled off. There was somebody else who'll come to later in a little bit that should have been hauled off as well, except we have nobody to replace him with.
No, that is true.
Bentonko has to play. Absolutely.
Yeah, he does.
Looks a quality signing. Carterman, Farming Simulator. Morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Anyone know where our defence is? That's what Romero was asking as well, I think.
Yeah, I think they're still in bed. I think last night they were absolutely ridiculous.
And Super Tottenham saying we were very poor last night. They deserve to beat us. They certainly did.
Yeah,
quite a lot more than they did as well.
Yeah.
If we'd lost that something like 8-3, 8-4, that wouldn't have flattered them. They were that much better. That's a sad thing to say when you're playing at home as well. Atalanta on Wembley saying, I hadn't realised that Southampton had rested 10 of those starters from their cup tie at the weekend, which went to extra time. That showed, I thought, especially in tough conditions, we can't rotate.
No.
Yeah, it's true. Ellie again, Southampton fought like warriors. We fought like a bunch of wallies. Davies doing his ballerina, twist and fall. Emerson Royale, there's nothing royal about his play, and Winks stinks his back. Yeah, pretty much sums it up.
Don't get me started on Winks and Royale. I mean, I'm really going to have my say on them two this morning.
Super Tottenham, we lost the midfield battle. I have to say our central midfield, Højbjerg and Winks, are very poor players. Yeah, I think so as well. Nicholas Collison, Royal giving it beans when he mishit the cross to no one and it went in. Yeah, I mean that's it. The highlight of his season was a fluke. What's he done otherwise? I think. God, I don't know if we can stop. Well, let's come to him in a minute because there's a lot to say on Royale. I think. Yeah, I really want to vent on him because I think he's pathetic.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Derek Hutchinson, Højbjerg is a goner in the summer. He is well overrated. Ideally, I agree, but I don't think we're going to get players in fast enough to be able to dispense with him. Stephen Cartwright, it's absolutely obvious we need a whole new midfield. Morning, boys. Yeah,
morning, Steve.
Benton Curry's a start, though.
He is.
Definitely a start. And I think when Skippy's back, he's going to make a big difference. He's got the energy to do what some of those others can't.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I think Nicholas, just speaking to Wembley one, what investment they won't invest. That's true. Enoch. Nicholas. Go on, go. Sorry.
I was saying all those Sanchez lovers, you're still defending him there. We can't really play like that. He wasn't the worst player on the pitch, but he was close.
I'm surprised he didn't get sent off.
Yeah. Before the match, Conte bigging him up as well. So why is it that the succession of managers, they see something in him? And I used to think I saw something in him, but it's just he just lets us down too often, doesn't he?
I do want to give Sanchez a bit of credit. If you had Emerson Royale as your right fullback, not defending, not attacking, and you're having to deal with three players, would you have a good game?
No, I think he was substandard as well. I mean, Romero
was substandard, but then he was having to do the work of two players, which is not good when you're playing poorly.
Oh, absolutely. Emerson was far worse than him. Anyway, Guguma. Morning, Guguma.
Good morning, Guguma.
Saying hello to all of us. Always pleased to see you. That's what brings a smile to your face after a game like that. See Guguma in the chat.
Guguma is general of this channel, and she's up there with Ellie. Both of them are both generals of this.
She's the Empress, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she's the Empress. Yeah.
Atabakron saying Nicholas Collison. I was referring to the rumoured new investment from either Singapore and or the States, not Enoch, obviously. Yeah.
Well, on investment, with the news that Tottenham are bidding for the Super Bowl in 2026.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Super Bowl, and there is no investment in the team. Get your pitchforks out.
Yeah, that's something I want to get on.
Dustbin lids. We're going for a fun time.
Yeah, that's something also I want to talk about this morning as well. I want to get both your views on that actually as well. I heard that last night. I nearly spat out my feathers when I read that. Just typically in it, but we'll get on to that later in the show as well. We've got Shelfside Spurs. Good morning, sir.
Morning, mate. We pay £1,000 a year watching players like Royale and Sanchez to constantly get told to get in our lane and wait till the summer. Yeah,
I pay more than £1,000 a year.
I mean, I find it frustrating the amount of supporters that buy into it as well. When you say, "Oh, he's only been here 6 months, got to give him a chance." Look at that performance from Royale last night. That is not a football player. He can't defend or attack. What does he do? Runs around a bit. Is that how we're going to cheer on? I mean, if you're going to grow something, you have to start with a seed. I don't see anything there from him. There's nothing to work on. He literally offers nothing. We could have literally picked nobody there, started with 10 men. It wouldn't have made any difference to the team.
No, he wouldn't have done. He's absolutely fucking useless.
A youth team right back. I'd get the right back from the youth team and put more effort in.
Yeah, because otherwise, what's the other alternative? Doherty. Jesus Christ. I'd say with Doherty, at least he's capable of making something happen in the
at least he's
opposition box.
Being a nuisance.
Yeah, he tries. You can see he does try, Doherty. I mean, for all his faults,
as a goal hanger, make that a position again. That would be him.
Yeah. Right. I mean, last night I saw Sanchez up the other end of the pitch, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is he doing up there? You know, and then they broke, and there were 4 players under 3 of us in defence, or 2 of us. It was just absolutely terrible.
Stephen Cartwright saying that if Conte believes in Winks, I will lose my faith in Conte. I think the trouble is, look what we've got to choose from. We had to ship out players that weren't doing the job. So at the moment, Winks is the best of a bad bunch there.
Yeah, it is.
Bentancur's in there, and he's going to make a big difference. I think Winks might offer something when we're playing with a midfield 3. Bentancur, Skip, and Winks perhaps. I could see that working. But as part of a 2, Winks is just a weak link, isn't he? Gaguma saying, I love that sunshine behind you, Dermot.
Yeah, it's a lovely morning here in sunny Wexford. That's why they call it the sunny southeast. It was lovely. I was out at 8:30 this morning. The sun was shining, the birds were singing. It was lovely. You could hear that because we live near the coast, near the sea. You can hear the sea from my house, so you could just hear the waves hitting the coast. It was lovely. And then you go and watch Tottenham playing. It's sort of brilliant. But never mind. It's a lovely day out there.
Watching Tottenham's like bringing in the flock of seagulls.
Yeah.
At Akron, we couldn't physically handle the pressure, and Southampton knew that even before kickoff. Missed the rest of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry. We could easily have lost that game by 3 or 4. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was saying earlier, if we had lost that 8-4, it would have reflected play.
That's true.
Shellside Spurs again. Dermot flagrantly flaunting his Tesco crate theft.
I'm sorry, I had to buy some apple juice this morning. That's absolutely love. Probably get taken down for that.
Shocking.
Copyright.
Oh, dear.
If Tesco want to sponsor the stream, we would happily accept that.
Yeah, talk about sponsors. Again, this show has been sponsored by Smith Burns in Gorey. I haven't had a chance to get it all up and running, but I will do tomorrow. But they're sponsoring the show this morning. Do all your phone accessories and everything. So we'll get the website out and we'll do it properly in the morning. But this show again this morning's been sponsored by Smith Burns in Gorey. So thanks, lads, for taking it out and sponsoring this show.
Can they source us a right wing back, please? That'd be useful.
Yeah, they could probably web design one for you. There you go.
Yeah, that'd be better than what we got at the moment.
That's true.
Gaguma's also agreeing about Bentancur. He looks a very good player.
He does.
Stephen Cartwright, we did have 2 goals disallowed again.
They were both rightfully disallowed.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting sick of VAR proving to be correct. What happens to the good old days?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kev Williams, we never got going. Southampton had our number. They did indeed. Just better than us all over the field, all game. John Fitzpatrick, big up everyone. Big up, mate.
Big up my Irish brother. Yeah.
Gaguma saying there were such nice ones too to Stephen Cartwright.
Yeah.
Kev Williams, agreed, Ben, but players slipping in the Spurs side happens often. It doesn't seem to happen as much with other teams. I don't know. I think there is. It's quite a bit happens, but yeah, we do seem to suffer with it quite often. Is it the stud selection? Are they picking too short studs? I don't know. Maybe seems like it. Kev Williams getting wound up. Yeah, he's going to be wound up all day, no doubt. Give him a saying hello. Morning, all from Chris. Morning, mate.
Morning, Chris. John Fitzpatrick saying hello to and Celiates. Jingle.
Atawakron saying at least at the moment, scarily, Kulu reminds me of latter day Delhi trying to get around the field. Yeah, I'd say less mobile. Delhi was kind of running around. He wasn't doing anything with it, but he was running around. Kulu kind of reminds me. I don't know who he reminds me of. He doesn't look like he really runs, does he?
He doesn't have pace, really. If someone is fast, his brain went up fast.
Back in the 80s, Liverpool had a player called Jan Molby, and he was just this huge dollop that didn't run around at all. Skillful, but he never got around the pitch much.
No.
I mean,
he ate all the pies.
He was not the original way all the pies, and he was a burger fanatic.
But I tell you one thing, he could pass a ball though. He could ping a ball. He really could. John Fitzpatrick's saying to Guduma, they're just talking to each other.
I'm gonna have to seriously learn a bit of Korean, I think.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I need to learn English firstly.
Yeah,
I'm struggling with that even.
Ellie, saying there's nothing royal on. Oh yeah, about Emerson. Yeah. Joseph, morning, mate. Time to downgrade Winks to 5th choice. Upgrade Harvey White. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, so would I.
And Ellie saying, correcting my grammar, can Spurs correct their passing?
Yeah. And then just talking to each other. And then we've got Joseph here.
Morning, Matt. Morning, Joseph. Good morning. When it does matter, we always bottle in. Unfortunately, I echo Stell post-match reaction on We Are Tottenham TV. Didn't watch it, unfortunately, but I do get a good gist of what Stell was talking about. Seeing him on like Will Stewart's last night and on Mari's as well. Did he come on Mari's as well? Can't remember. I was certainly speaking to him for a little bit last night, anyway, or listening to him, I should say. Cellular agent saying. Thanks, you especially. Yeah, with Gaguma and Ellie, love them both. Yeah, both bring a lot of positivity to any channel they're on. Joseph, we have 4 key positions: striker, midfield, goal scorer, left centre back, and right wing back to fill in January, and we still didn't buy one of them positions. Yeah, absolutely true. I think right wing back absolutely essential because we haven't got anybody at all doing it. Left centre back was always going to need as well. Probably need another centre back as well. Somebody to replace Dyer, perhaps.
That's true.
If you get those 3 solid back 3, makes the rest of the game so much easier for people.
It does.
Derek Hutchinson saying Sanchez, Davis, Royal, Winks, Højbjerg all need to be upgraded. They're simply not good enough. I agree.
Yeah, I really do agree as well.
Kev Williams saying, who would have thought a season ago that we would really miss Dyer like we are? What's the answer to that defence, lads? Drop Royal for Doherty? No, that won't make any difference. It's the same. It's no right back at all. Feels like a merry-go-round at Spurs of poor form. Yeah,
it does.
It does.
It really does. Sorry, I'm just coming. I'm just doing something.
I think Ben hit the nail on the head. Might as well just bring in the academy players.
Yeah.
Just give them a run out.
One day, Kev, you just hit them for a minute. I'm just doing something I will explain.
No worries.
Right, so Gaguma and Chris are talking. Derek said Doherty is worse than Emerson. Let's try Lavinier there, maybe.
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
He's getting the backlash, but he's still assisted our goal and has been terrific for us. I agree he was poor yesterday, but he plays better with Skip because Winks doesn't link well with Pierre. Possibly agree. but who knows?
Yeah,
Wow, are you near the ocean, Dermot? Lovely.
Yeah, I am. I'm not too far, actually. I'm only just about a 10-minute walk from there.
Yeah.
That's where I am.
I'm sorry, Eddie, but Højbjerg hasn't been terrific for us this season. Maybe he's played a lot of minutes. He needs an extended break, I think. Yeah. Kevin's saying yes, but Højbjerg gives us 100% effort. But
well,
if it's not good enough, it's not good enough.
Yeah, if you're not doing the job, it doesn't matter how much effort you give. You're just going to cost the team.
Mm-hmm.
Good to have at least the attitude there, I suppose.
Yeah.
At least he's not going to be rubbing off badly on the other players.
Yeah.
Kaguma saying Kuva was the Korean down pat. Chingo. Nice.
Yeah.
Good for him, Kev. I don't care about effort. He ain't good enough. In regards to Højbjerg, but
totally agree.
Yeah.
Kulishevsky is a cam for me.
Yeah.
Looks like it. Doesn't have to run around so much then.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part of the game missing though. When you haven't got a little turn of heel, get away from people. It's a big string to your bow, isn't it? But some players get away with that. Kev Williams, that's how I feel too right now. Talking of views.
A couple more people talking. Kuva, I hope you don't talk shit about. Oh, Shane Tubbs. I really don't know what to say about that. Everyone talking again. Tabacron, worrying. It seems like as any of our kids are ready to step in and help, but I guess we already knew that watching the Conference League games early in the season. The squad is really thin. Yeah. Massive rebuild needed, but we've been saying that for the past 3 years. Eddie, can someone buy a one-way ticket to the Bermuda Triangle for Emerson Royale? Yeah?
His brain's already there. But yeah, know what you mean, Ellie. He was just awful. Worst player on the pitch by a mile, I thought.
The midfield is the most important part of the team, and we can't build a team around Winks and Højbjerg otherwise we lose the midfield battles and lose a lot of games. Yep, I agree.
Yep.
It's a load of people talking.
Well, I mean, Pochettino always talks about this as well, having a strong core to the team. Yeah. You've got to have those central defenders. You've got to have the centre of midfield, and you've got to have a decent striker up front as well. If you get that in place, and goalkeeper, if you get all that in place, you can sort of mix and match a little bit with others, sort of accessorize on the wings, if you like. But we're lacking in core areas, and it's really showing. I mean, that wasn't just a loss to Southampton. That was a lesson. We were getting really having our asses handed to us. We were so far behind on every department. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
We need investment.
Afternoon, Paul.
Oh, we're actually up to date on the comments, which is amazing. I'm going to talk about Emerson Royale then.
Right, can I just quickly jump in? I sadly going to have to go in a few minutes, in about 10 minutes, which has really peaked me off.
No problem, mate.
But I also want to wish Danny Blanchflower. It would have been his birthday. So I was trying to get a picture of Danny Blanchflower.
Right.
It would have been his birthday today. I think he would have been in his 100th actually. I haven't quickly done the maths because I'm useless at maths. He was born in 1930. If you're good at maths, Coof, I'll let you work that one out.
82. 84. 84 this year. Yeah.
Still missed every day.
Yeah. Our greatest captain, and the man. He won a first division. He done the double, 2 FA Cups, a division championship, and the European Cup Winners' Cup. Second only to Steve Harriman, our greatest ever captain. So wherever you are, Mr. Blanchflower, or if you're watching down on the mighty Spurs, happy birthday, sir, and thank you.
And can you play right back instead of Emerson, because you'd do a better job than him?
Yeah. And John White was the only player that Bill Nick saw fit enough to replace Danny Blanchflower.
Yeah.
So he was grooming him for that, and he was tragically taken, and he was genius. It shows how what esteem Danny Blanchflower was held in by Bill Nick.
Under a tree, wasn't it, at a golf course? John White was sadly taken. It really was.
Both my parents witnessed that storm.
Did they really?
They're pretty sure they saw from a distance. They saw the lightning bolt that killed him. They just happened to be working very close by at that point, so they never forgot it. My dad always said it sent shivers down his spine just thinking of it each time. Because I mean, this bloke was, John White was just absolute genius. Never got to see him flourish the way we should have at the club, unfortunately. But left a hell of a legacy. Part of that double winning side. He never gets forgotten.
No, it's sad. But anyway, big up to Mr. Danny Blanchflower, a massive legend of the club. His birthday today, so happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday.
Sorry, I was trying to get a picture to bring up him holding the trophy up, and I thought that might just give everyone just a little bit of a lift. But it wouldn't work this morning for me for some bloody reason.
One then. Keep talking away, then I'll find one.
Royale. Where do you start with them? Right, just very quickly, before I have to go, Ben, I'll go through the team and get your player ratings.
Yeah.
Luis,
8.
10.
8.
Okay,
Who'd have
Sanchez.
lost by 5 if it weren't for him.
Yeah, Sanchez.
3. And I'm being
Yeah, I'll give him a 2. That's how bad I think he played. Romero.
Romero, 5. He had some good moments, but he wasn't able to show his quality because he was putting out everyone else's fires.
Oh, hang on! I should have started with this as well, shouldn't I?
Yeah. I do you two, then I'll do mine. Go on, Koof. Go on. What do you say for Luis, Koof?
Lloris was a good 7, possibly 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Quality.
Sanchez.
3.
Yeah. Romero.
6.
Ben, what did you give Romero?
5.
Right. Go with you first. Ben. Coover. Ben Davis.
4.
Ben.
3.
Right, I'll go to your favourite player of the whole team, Coof. I mean, you love this man. I know you got pictures on them, not on your wall.
0.
Yeah, exactly. Ben.
Minus 552.1.
I'll be fair. I'll give Emerson a 1 just because he did run up and down the pitch a couple of times.
Yeah. No, minus 552.1.
Okay. Coof, Winks.
Winks, I'd actually give him a 6. He was disappointing, but it was just overrun. You got bear in mind, giving him a 6, his opposing numbers, opposing players, they'll be getting 8s or 9s. He was way behind them.
Mm-hmm. Ben, Winks for you.
5. Ineffective.
Yeah. Coof, Holberg.
Unfortunately, I'm going to give him a 3. I thought he was shocking. He was just punting the ball down the middle of the field all the time. No control, offered nothing.
Ben?
3 as well. I agree with Kuba. Absolutely agree. Absolutely hopeless.
Reggie Coof?
I gave him a 7.
Yeah.
He's one of our only 2 attacking outlets. He wasn't perfect, but he was getting involved. He was offering some sort of attacking threat down his wing.
Ben?
6. It would have been a 7 had his crossing been. Some of his crosses were really good, and a lot of his crosses were behind the people he should have been passing to, and he did that a lot.
Yeah, another day could have had a goal and an assist. It was
and he should have scored. People said, it was because he put too much. No, he hit it straight at the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to put it straight. Put it left. It went straight at the keeper.
It's a sad state when we're having to think about our wing backs needing to score to get a win.
I mean, fullback should score in the system. Chelsea's fullback score all the time.
That's fair point.
Coof, Lucas?
5, 6 maybe. Yeah, 6 I think perhaps. On par with Winks. Didn't really do anything, but didn't do anything shockingly bad either.
No.
He just wasn't there really.
No. Ben?
I'm going to give him a 3. I thought it was shocking. He looked unfit, uninterested. He was running about like a chicken. every time he got the ball, instead of trying to do a simple pass and then moving, he was trying to run through 7 players at a time. It was a pathetic performance. And as much as I like Lucas, and I will still say he's our most consistent performer of the year, but the last 3 games, his quality has dropped a lot. Ever since the Leicester game, it's gone through the floor, his performances.
Coop's son.
Glimpses of something good with Sonny. He was always there to sort of have a go, but seemed a little bit out of it. He just couldn't get the ball enough. Kane was having to drop deep to try and create something. How do you rate him in that case? I mean, I'll probably go with a 7. He was there and thereabouts a lot of the game.
Yeah,
it's not really his fault when the ball's not coming to him.
No. Ben.
I'll give him a 7 because he helped cause the first goal. So I will give him a 7. Again, he didn't get enough of the ball to really use his pace, mostly because people holding on to the ball for too long.
Yeah. Coop, Harry Kane.
7 as well. Everything good we did attacking wise came for him really, until Bentancur came on and he started picking some passes.
Yeah. Ben, Harry Kane.
I'll give him a 6.
Okay.
I agree with Coop, but I think he's going to get a 6. But it's mostly due to the team, not because of him. He was having to do all the work for the rest of the team. Just like my thing for Romero, he played poorly because the rest of the team made him do their work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the substitutes, Kulu for you, Ben. Coop, so. Go on, Coop, sorry.
4 didn't really do anything.
No.
Maybe a 5. Maybe a 5.
All right. Yeah. 5 for Coop. Ben.
3. He doesn't look fit. He doesn't look fit at the moment. And I think he's in the wrong position for the Premier League. I think he needs to be in a cam position.
Yeah, that's a good point. Coop, Stevie B.
Barely on long enough, was he? 5.
Yeah. Ben.
5. Another day he would have had a goal. Another day.
Yeah. And last but not least, Coop, Benny.
Bentancur, our star performer on the night, I think, when he came on, looked a different class. 7, 7.5, something like that.
Yeah.
I'll give him an 8, just so because I think he's our man of the match. His passing range was brilliant. He tried to marshal the midfield. He's the only player that looked like he cared last night, probably because it was his first game. But he looked like a footballer. He looked like someone that could actually play football for a top team.
I'll just quickly
next to him. We need Skip to be fit and him to play with Bentancur. That's the only way we can do anything the rest of the season.
I'll just go quickly through for my performance. Luis, I'll give a 7. Sanchez, I'll give a 2. Romero, I would actually give a 5 or 6. Davis, I'll give another 2. Emerson, I would actually give 0. He doesn't even deserve a marking. Winks, 2. Heidelberg, I will give a 3. He was very disappointing last night. Reggie, I will give a 6. Lucas, I will give a 4. Son, I will give another 6. Harry Kane, I would actually give a 7 or an 8. He tried. And then for Kulu, I'll give a 5. Stevie B, I'll give a 4. And then Benny, I'll give an 8. And there is the great Danny Blanchflower.
There is Danny Blanchflower carrying some footballs, and I don't recognise what that is in his other hand.
Yeah, what's that? What's that silver
it's a trophy, isn't it?
I've heard of those.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the FA Cup?
Oh, that thing we used to play about with in the 80s and stuff. 1991,
Yeah. That's what that was. That's what it looks like. Forgotten what it looked like. But big up, Mr. Blanchard. Happy birthday, sir. Absolutely legend. Our legendary captain of the double side. And Northern Ireland International as well. Played for Northern Ireland and actually managed Northern Ireland for a while after he retired. But big up. Thanks for getting that up, Coop. I was trying to do that, but big up, Coop.
Absolute wealth of quality quotes from him as well. Yeah. If you don't know much about Spurs history, look up Danny Blanchflower and you will learn about the ethos of this club. It's it's more than just winning trophies. It's more than just individual performances. It's dragging things out of players that you to elevate yourself at all times. You can't be looking at mediocrity. You've got to go the step further.
I mean, when it comes to a Danny Blanchflower, I think that the best one, I don't even know if it's a documented quote, but it's something my uncle used to tell me that he overheard Danny Blanchflower saying, is they asked Danny, Mr. Blanchflower, what do you think the score of the game's going to be? And he said, well, what we'll do is we're going to play the football game and then we'll find out. Which just sounds like it's just a philosopher.
It is.
Yeah,
just very quickly, I just want to give you stats to this game last night, Kuva and Ben and everyone. Spurs had 8 shots to Southampton's 23. Spurs had 3 shots to Southampton's 10. Possession, Tottenham had 47% possession, Southampton 53. The passes, 4-3-3 to Tottenham to 4-7-2 Southampton. Pass accuracy, 80% Tottenham, 81% Southampton, 8% Tottenham. Fouls, 7 to Tottenham, 13 to Southampton. Yellow cards, 2 for Spurs, 3 for Southampton. And then offsides, 3 offsides for Spurs, 1 for Southampton. And then corners, 2 for Spurs, 8 to Southampton. Them stats are pretty damning. If you look at it, rarely are
shots on goal alone.
Yeah,
that's what we have to look at. Who was the home team here? You wouldn't think of us looking at that. One other thing I was going to say, Danny Blanchard, I didn't finish off about.
Sorry,
he's got some of the greatest quotes. For me, there's one quote about this football club means more to me than any other, and it's from Danny Blanchflower, and that's just what he's saying. The great fallacy is that the game is first and foremost about winning. It's nothing of the kind. The game is about glory. It's about doing things in style and with a flourish, not going out and beating the lot, not waiting for them to die of boredom. That's what I believe in. We've got to play attacking football. We've got to go for it at all times. I don't actually like the fact we got Conte as a manager, but he offers the chance of us getting onto the right tracks in terms of success. So I'll take him at the moment. But ultimately, I want to see us playing proper football.
I mean, Conte is an attacking manager, though. I think it's a fallacy that Conte is a defensive manager. He plays a 3-5-2, but Glenn Hoddle loved attacking football, but he played a 3-5-2.
Hoddle's management style wasn't really the same as his playing style, though, was it? The thing is with Conte, he said he doesn't like exciting games. He likes it to be totally controlled.
I mean, that's just because he doesn't want to die at 50 like the rest of us.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, true.
He doesn't want a heart attack. But Conte teams are attacking teams. They defend properly. When it comes to Manchester City, you can't say Manchester City aren't an attacking team, but defensively they are rock solid.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have a defensively solid team and still play good football.
Yeah. Right. I've got to bounce out, lads. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'm very disappointed because I had an awful lot to say on this game last night. I'm really disappointed because I had so much to say and so much criticism and so much belt up inside about this performance. But I'll get it out tonight because you and me are both in the Irish Hotspur, aren't we, Keith? Tonight.
Apparently so. So you tell me. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we got mentioned yesterday anyway.
All right.
We got mentioned yesterday anyway on the Pump Up show they did yesterday that we're on tonight. So you and me are both on tonight. So don't know what we're talking about. Don't know what the show's about, but we're on. So
fine. We'll be ranting about the game probably.
Good, give me a chance to get what I need to say. Listen, everyone, enjoyed the show. I'll be back tomorrow, the lads, at 11:30. I will be doing the full shift tomorrow. Seems this week I've been doing half a shift, and these lads have been doing the full shift.
Well, at least you're doing it at Emerson and not putting a shift at all.
Yeah, so I'll have to pull my socks up tomorrow and do a full shift tomorrow. But listen, enjoy the show, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll see you later on the Irish Hotspur, and come on, you Spurs.
Cheers, Dermot. Right, with Dermot out of the door, we'll carry on with a few of the comments, and I think we'll wrap up, Ben.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
It's not too much point brewing over what we're doing from last night. Brooding over it, I should say. Out to Akron saying it would have been grand larceny if we'd gotten anything from that game last night.
Yeah.
Totally agree. We were totally outclassed all over the pitch all night.
Yeah.
Ellie saying Højbjerg, Bentancur, Skip, and addition with Harvey White as he can deliver a ball like Ward Prowse. I've seen him do that for the under-23s, and he deserves a debut. Yeah, I'll be all for that. Definitely. We've got a few coming through. If they're just given a chance, that would be fantastic. Gaguma just saying to Super Tottenham. Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people just talking amongst themselves.
Yeah. Kev will go halves on that ticket, and as his brain is already now, Kuva, we'll get a discount. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ellie. We'll just get him over to that Bermuda Triangle in no time.
So when they're not talking to themselves, this is the next one. We brought the wrong Brazilian. We should have brought Coutinho. Nuno didn't want him. So...
Nah, of course not.
Otherwise, we would have had him.
In danger of playing some football with Coutinho.
Yeah.
Plus, can he play right back?
Steve, oh no. 3 points on Sunday, and we are happy again from John Fitzpatrick. Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
It's the fickleness of a football fan, isn't it?
People criticise fans for being fickle, but I think fans are supposed to be fickle. Surely that is being.
I really hate a lot. It's one of the reasons why I left the Hotspur group chat. It's people like. The people say, "Oh, look at all these fans saying we're going to bat." Okay, I'm just going to before every game. I'm just going. Oh, we're going to lose. Yep, I don't give a shit. We're going to lose. I'm going to be miserable all the time. I love being miserable. I'm going to wake up in the morning and just be a miserable so and so. Shut yourself.
Damn right. We're going to win 5-0. Then we get battered. Complain about it. Whine about it. We're the worst team ever.
Yeah.
Come the next game, we're going to win this 5-0.
I mean, if
we do win it, we are the best team ever.
Yeah. What's the point of watching football if you're just going to be a negative Nancy the entire time? Pull your socks up.
Every meal's a banquet. Yeah. Every skipped meal is a famine. You've got to ride it. Ride the train. The roller coaster that Spurs. Get with it all the time. I love it that way, to be honest.
Yeah. It's the way it's supposed to be. It's football.
Yeah.
Time to give Stevie B a start on Sunday in place of Lucas. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I would. Let's play Skip and Dyer. Yeah. Yep.
Guma's saying, yes, I miss Skip.
Who doesn't?
Emerson Azira. I gave him minus 532.1.
Yeah. Am I generous giving him a 1 for actually turning up and running? Well, he didn't really run much either, did he? Yeah, solid. Perhaps you're right, Ben.
Stephen Cartwright.
Yeah, I'm swaying towards the negative side with him. Wolves in fantastic form, same as
they are. Yeah. Got to turn up against them.
Yeah, we certainly have.
They bounce back. Big up Andrew Bailey. Morning all. I couldn't watch the game last night. Looks like as if it was for the best. Yeah, it was.
Certainly was,
mental health, sir.
Yeah.
Ellie is saying, I feel a sing-song coming. Oh, Danny boy. Oh, Danny boy. No, we're not doing that.
True. No, I can't sing anyway. I'm not even good. The only time I can sing is after about 8 pints and I'm on the terrace.
Get Alec Jones out to do that. He does a good rendition of that. Steve Shezza is saying, if we can't beat Southampton at home, we don't deserve top 4. Southampton are a good team. I don't see why people are saying that Southampton, they're a very good football team. I mean, anyone can beat anyone in the Premier League. Southampton play brilliant. We've got to give them credit.
Their Achilles heel is their consistency.
Yeah.
That's all. They're capable of turning over Man City at the Etihad just as easily as anyone else.
K Bean is saying, hi, guy. Hello, Mr. K.
Hello, Mr. K.
Mr. K saying, oh, God, Kuva is making the coffee. I'll have a tea instead. Interesting.
Why am I making the coffee? There's something going on I'm not sure of.
Ben, are you doing a coffee stream later? At some point, apparently, we're on David Harris's channel. So I don't know. We're doing the coffee stream. I'm doing the coffee stream at 2:00. If no one tells me anything, I'm at the coffee stream.
And we'll end on the next point, which is a bit of a downer. From what I've heard, Skip won't be fit in time for Sunday, which is a blow. It certainly is. Well, I think Bentancur's got to start now, surely. Surely just can't be ignored any longer. Yeah, we transformed from having no midfield to having one.
Yeah.
It was
magical, really. What it's like putting a player in the middle that can play football.
Yeah. Amazing that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But hopefully Kulishevsky starts finding his feet soon, because we need him as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Don't want another one of these players it's one for the future. We need people who hit the deck running. He hasn't so far, but okay, give him a bit of leeway. He's not fully fit, clearly. See how it goes. Other than that, thank you all for joining us this morning. On such a fantastic morning it was after watching that lovely game last night. What it is to be Spurs, hey?
Yeah.
Never mind. Ben, what time does your show start this afternoon?
So, as always, you can find us at the Coffee Company at 2:00 in the afternoon, which is going to be an interesting stream today. I've come up with a load of topics that we're going to talk about in terms of talking about coffee in general, coffee, the community at large, and how to just some topics that might be a bit controversial for the most part. Because I don't think they're controversial topics, but people have a lot of the more not avid coffee drinkers will think these are controversial, but to people like me, these are not controversial topics. So come over to figure out what we're going to talk about. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Controversial to me, that's like saying a jammy Dodger isn't improved by an extra layer of cream in the middle.
I don't think that's controversial. That's just that same flavour plus flavour equals more flavour.
I agree, but some people don't like it. Controversy.
Change is not good.
Oh, getting angry now.
Yeah.
Could have biscuit perfection. Yeah, otherwise that's it. We'll be back in the morning at 11:30, same time as usual. Hopefully Ben's joining us again. I think you haven't got anything on tomorrow, have you, mate?
No, I shouldn't be here.
So we'll catch up with Ben this afternoon in his coffee shop, and again tomorrow morning 11:30. And thank you for joining us. And we are Tottenham TV. Tottenham TV. We are Tottenham Tantrum Gold. We're plugging other people now inadvertently, but we are Tottenham Tantrum Gold, and this is the home of nostalgia. And today, the home of ranting about the team, because they deserve it. See you next time.